So, hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. It's really hot and we gonna meet someone who is really hot. A person who is a MMA trainer but a roadie. We all watched him in Roadies Rising. So, who will be he? Let's watch. So, we have Samar Sarkar here with us. And I'm so nervous, but a mega Northeast runner-up with us and a roadie, and I'm so glad meeting you. Like, as I said, I'm nervous still. So, how you're feeling at Tinsukia right now?
Well, I'll hold this. Thank you. So, Tinsukia, this is my second visit here in Tinsukia. Obviously, I had very few friends out here, so I can't directly tell you like how I'm feeling because I didn't explore this place too much. I just went to this Bagjan fire. I just went up there because it was really a tragic accident out there. So I thought like it was my moral responsibility or moral thing to show this thing to the national media. So I tried. I promoted. I posted pictures of Bagjan in my social media and all. A lot of people from a lot of my friends from Mumbai, from Delhi, they pinged me out, bro, what's going on out there? And we can't see that in national media. Why is national media silent in Bagjan fire? So that was my question. That was my biggest question. Why is national media silent? So, I came down here for that sole purpose because when that accident happened, I was in Guwahati, and where it was like, obviously, when you see those things in mobile phones or you see videos, you don't understand the intensity of what people are going through. You don't feel that once you practically on the ground, and you see that when you go to the ground zero, where you see that all the houses are burning, and you hear the sound of that gas coming out. And you see the fires going 30 feet, 40 feet high. Yeah, of course. So and you could hear it from 4-5 kilometers. So it was a really tragic accident. So I came down to see that place, and that was my first visit to Tinsukia. And then now I'm here because of some personal work, and I also wanted some break from my thingy. So that's that. And I'm loving Tinsukia. I love the people out here. They are so welcoming. Look at you guys. You guys are so welcoming, and I love this thing. We still have these people around, and we still have these youngsters around. Who's taking to a next level, and you guys are the one who is going to take this Bagjan thing into national media. That's our responsibility, right? So that's why I'm loving Tinsukia. By the way, over to you.
So, we all saw you over the Roadies Rising, and I am just shocked that I saw that day in the television. Now I'm watching you here live near me. So I will be starting with your childhood days. Mm-hmm. So how your childhood went on?
My childhood was, it was troublesome, honestly, because what happened is that in my family, I'm the youngest one. Okay, I'm the younger kid out here. So my family में क्या होता था कि my elder brother and my elder sister, they are very sharp in here, because I'm a Bengali, and you know how Bengali families are, either music or academics. Other than that, nothing. So that, because a 90s kid will understand that, and I don't expect generation from 2005 to understand this thing, but then again 90s kids, they'll understand what a Bengali family, a Bengali kid went through with all those fishes and everything. So my family was my elder sister is a professor. Even my elder brother, he's a professor too. And here, these guys are brainy guys, can't compete with these people. And then there was me. I always wanted to go in sports. That was my first big, because I wanted to go in sports because I want to bunk the classes. That was my sole purpose, to bunk the classes, just enjoy. So I took up, my first activity was I took up painting. I was really good at that. Yeah. I took up art. I took up, I want to sketch. So I was kind of good. Yeah. I used to represent my school. I studied in St. Stephen's School in Guwahati. So St. Stephen's, I used to represent my school, in environmental days, those Horlicks, Whiz-Kids, inter-school competitions. So I was really good at that. And then there was this guy who came in my life. His name is Dilip Roy. He's still there. He's my first coach. So he came to our school, and then my school, they came up with the idea of like, let's make martial art compulsory in our school. Our school was the first one to make martial art compulsory, like a private school. And then what happened, he used to teach Muay Thai. So then we didn't know what was Muay Thai and all, but then again, during those days, there was this amazing movie that came up. It was like action was to the next level. The movie name is Ong Bak. Yeah, you remember, right? Tony Jaa. So that martial art, we used to like, like think about those martial art, kya maar raha hai yaar ye, like what is it doing? It's like next level action. Yeah. So that art was Muay Thai. We didn't know that. And our coach, he was teaching Muay Thai. We didn't realize, we didn't like, give importance, kaun jayega itne dhoop mein ye karne. Later on, when there was another coach, he was a celebrity coach, so he came down to just give us like 2 hours ka seminar thing. Okay, he came from Mumbai. His name was Vicky Bora. He's from Assam only, but he's settled in Mumbai. He trains John Abraham, he trains Shahrukh. Then he's a celebrity trainer. So he came down, and we saw the pictures because the seminar was happening. So Dilip Roy, what he did was that he came up with this, say, standees and posters and all of Vicky Bora. So it was to promote the thingy. So then we realized, then Vicky Bora told us, तुम लोग इतना हल्के में ले रहे हो Muay Thai को, पता है तेरे को Muay Thai क्या है? तो we like, sir, martial art ही तो है, क्या करने का? And he was like, कि तेरे को पता है Thailand का national game है ये. And secondly, तेरे को मालूम नहीं क्या है? तू ये movie देख. And we were like, sir, Muay Thai hai. Of course, bro, this is Muay Thai. And then we got crazy. We need to learn that skill. We want to learn this thing. So we started with like 10 to 15 people. And then at the end of the day, like, just 2 of us were remaining. So from there, we started fighting to states, nationals, internationals. That's how my martial art journey started. Okay. Like, completely painting, say, martial art. Ultimately, it's art. So it's just, you have this art thing inside. So just that's how my martial art life started, and my interest grew and grew and grew. Like, still it is like, it's been, say, almost 19 years running. Maybe I am practicing martial arts. It's a long journey.
Yeah, we all know that you are a MMA trainer too.
Yeah.
Right. So, how you started your journey in, like, you are also an actor. You have done a movie.
Yeah.
And SMS movie, right? Yeah. Yeah. I've done all the research. And you also went for the Mr. Northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you started your journey till Roadies Rising?
Okay. So it was a sheer accident, basically. Okay. What happened was that when I did my fighting days were going on, I was still a fighter then. So one of my friend told me, bro, you have skills. Why don't you start teaching? I was like, I didn't have the certificates to teach that. I said, like, no, in martial art, just having a simple black belt won't make you a master. You need to have a certain degree, like 3rd degree, 4th degree black belt. So when I earned my 4th degree black belt and 3rd degree black belt, then I got the license to teach. So I started with a charity class. If you remember, if you go to Guwahati, there's a park there named Shraddhanjali Kannan. So I used to go and practice there on my own. So I saw these kids approaching me like, "Bhaiya, hame bhi sikha do thoda bahut," and then, but hum kuch de nahi pate. So I feel very bad because in Assam there are a lot of talents. It's just because of financial support but during those times the government was, I don't know what happened with the government they never used to support the sportsmen. Now the government has changed. A lot of sportsmen are getting chances, but then during those days the government was different.
It was really poor.
Yeah, very poor. So because of those things, our talents, they were like, they were lagging behind. Because all these hardworking guys, they belong from villages and places like that. Okay, they don't have higher education, but then they think, ki agar, if I excel in sports, I might end up in an Olympic team or something like that. But I might then again support my family. Because education thani, so they used to do physical work, and I saw these guys, they were like amazing fighters now, they are doing really good. So I started with that, and then again what happened, I used to have a good physique then. a lean physique, because fighters, they have very lean physique. So I had lean physique. Then one of my friend, he told me, he was like my student of mine. Then he told me that, sir, एक audition है, Mega Mister. Yep, it's okay. Well, retake. So I was like, ki. Then he told me, Samar, let's do one thing. मेरे एक audition है, will you accompany me? He was a friend of mine. I was like, why not? I'll just accompany you. So I went there to boost him, to give him a self-confidence. Ki, bro, tu kar paega. You just have to walk. I didn't know anything about walking. You just have to walk, because वो लोग तो खड़े खड़े वॉक ही करते हैं बाहर से. एज अ स्पेक्टेटर वी नो कि यार सिर्फ वॉक करने पे कौन मेडल वो देता है यार, कौन मिस्टर नौसिफ वगैरह बन जाता है. बट देन अगेन देयर टेक्निकलिटीज अ लॉट डिफरेंट टेक्निकलिटीज आर देयर. सो देन ही टोल्ड मी दिस, सर आप भी ट्राई करो. एंड लाइक पागल है क्या सर, वॉक ही तो करना, आपने खुद बोला वॉक करना, जस्ट वॉक करके दे दो ना. ठीक है. तो आई वॉकड इन. आई वॉक, दिस गाइज वर लाइक लुकिंग एट मी लाइक दिस, ये किधर से आया. तो एंड दे न्यू लाइक कि बाय लुकिंग एट माई वॉक दे जज्ड इमीडिएटली कि इसको तो कुछ नहीं आता, ये ऐसे जस्ट फिजिक बना लिया आ गया. एंड देन दे वर लाइक कि नो दिस गाय हैज़ गॉट, ठीक है, कंसिडरेबल हाइट, फिजिक अच्छा है, चेहरा बना देंगे मेकअप ही करने का तो चेहरा बना देंगे. तो दे लाइक कि नहीं इसको ले लेते. सो दे आई गॉट शॉर्ट लिस्टेड एंड माई फ्रेंड डिड. Okay, the one who actually went for the audition, he didn't get shortlisted. So yeah, it was poor, and he was like, "Oh shit." So that's what. Then what happened was that they gave us this training for a month before the competition. They gave us 1 month training. Walk like this. They made us walk like करते जाओ, walk करते जाओ. करते करते they taught us this technicalities like walking पे ऐसा होता है, modeling पे ऐसा होता है, your stance should be like this, you should sit in a certain manner, and this grooming thingy was already there. So I loved that part. And then I don't know what happened, I became the runners up. So runners up बनने के बाद I was like shocked कि ऐसा. I was happy, more than happily shocked. Correct word, happily shocked. So I was happily shocked there, and for a moment I couldn't realize कि हुआ क्या. So the moment they gave me the sash and all, and with all those gift hampers, and I'm like, you are Mr. Northeast. I'm like, what the F? Like, good, yeah, good. It feels good, And that was my first leap to this small, क्या कहते हैं उसे, the fame वाला thingy, all these posters and everything were lining up in the streets in Guwahati, and then like massive, you got all these friend requests from ladies followers. And the followers, and like but that time Instagram and all those things were not that like famous. Like Facebook was ultimate then. So it was like it was bombing. With friend requests and everything, it was like really, it was blasting the entire thing. I was like, yeah, I'm a star, man. I'm like, fuck it. That was like just in Guwahati, imagine. Yeah. So at one point when people they don't get that fame, like one point वो सिर पे चढ़ता है कहते हैं ना कि आप हवा पे उड़ते हो. But then again, I had this thing because I was like very down to it from very beginning. Okay, everybody, I used to go everywhere, and a lot of people are there. नहीं उधर नहीं जाने का, general public जाते. What the fuck is general public, man? So don't mind my words, just beep that part. So what the thing is that the general public, like because of those general public, you're standing here. Yeah. Right? Yeah, because of them. वो निकल लेंगे ना, तू भी निकल लिया. सीधी सी बात है. तो all the I hate those people यार, ठीक है. And then उसके बाद फिर one of my friend told me कि dude, you represent the Northeast thing, right? So I used to go to different shows. People used to call me for all of from Northeast, like Manipur में shows, Nagaland में shows. So all these places I used to represent them. So once you represent a state like or a zone completely, you have a big responsibility. So one of my friend told me that Samar, there's this Mr. India thingy coming up. You should go because you represent Northeast. And then I was a second runner-up. There was a winner and a first runner-up also. So they were not going. They didn't want to represent. They were not going there. So they were like, somehow we won't be able to go. They were good friends now. Even if now I was working out with all these guys were also in the same platform. We were together. So these guys, they were not going. So I was like, I was free. चलो ठीक है यार, दिल्ली घूम के आते, क्या इशू है, दिल्ली दूर तो है नहीं, तो फ्लाइट पकड़े दिल्ली निकल ली. So वहाँ पे they gave us again 1 month of training because there were these people from different states. Like from Assam, I was representing Assam. Then there was this Delhi guy. There's all the states. All the states. All the states. These people were there, and we used to, they groomed us, and then there was a competition. Unfortunately, I couldn't crack it because I went till top 10. And then Mr. India top 10 2016, I remember, yeah.
So as we saw you in the Roadies Rising, so how you went through your Roadies audition?
So this is a friend of mine. He told me like, Samar, करते ना try, क्या issue है bro? Let's go. So then I was watching because thing is that when you go to Roadies thing, you have to be very alert. Yeah. First thing, your eyes, your ears, everything should be open. Not on the day of auditions, but उससे पहले से. I realized, I watched the previous shows, ठीक है, तो I realized one thing कि audition में क्या होता है ना, audition में the first location is the luckiest location. Okay, उसमें क्या होता है कि first location पे लोग कम आते हैं, and जो select होते हैं वहाँ से वो select हो जाते हैं, जो नहीं select होते हैं ना, what they do is that they travel to another state, so automatic आपका competition बढ़ जाता है. When you go to the second location, your competition is already high, right? It's already tough. There are a lot of people. If there are like 10,000 people coming on the first location, second location में 15,000 बनेंगे. Okay. Because 5,000 यहाँ से जाते हैं और 10,000 के वहाँ तो रहती है. Third location पे that becomes 25,000. So the competition becomes tough. Okay, that is one thing I'd suggest you personally. Always select the first location. Go for the first location. And उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि I went there. I had this privilege pass. How? Because
the task.
No, I didn't do any sort of task. No? I got the privilege pass with the thing is that I first gave the online form. Okay. Yeah. I submitted the online form and I asked them ki, are you guys doing the auditions in Northeast or anywhere close to Northeast, say Calcutta or any place, something like that. They were like, no, we are not doing auditions this time in Northeast, so you have to travel down all the way to say Delhi or Hyderabad or say Pune or wherever it is. So, and then I told them ki I can't really travel that far and standing in a line is going to be an issue. Then they're like, do one thing, just send us your profile. Okay. If your profile is good, we'll give you a privilege pass. Mm-hmm. You get the privilege pass and then you don't have to stand online. If you ever got privilege, you directly go to a GD room. Okay. I'm like, okay, then what I have to do? There's like, we'll have 3 rounds there. So they asked me for my profile first, like first the profiles, like the front, side and all, with the name, tag and everything. They liked the pictures. Then they were like, then it was a phone interview. Mm-hmm. So there was this lady, Khushbu. She's a moderator there now. So she's like the producer basically. She is like head producer now. So Khushbu told me, Khushbu took my interview, phone interview. And she liked my answers and all. And not only me, there were like 10 to 15 guys from Northeast who were trying for privilege pass. So they used to call each and every one of them. Okay. तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि she liked, I cracked the phone interview and then she was like, Samar, we need a video from you. Like whatever you do. Like you said you fight, make a video of that. You said, we have seen your pictures. It's like you got a good physique. Make a workout video. Do something which is unique, so that when we play it on national TV, it looks cool. So then one of my friends, he was a videographer, so he told me that Samar, I'll take your video. I'm fine. So he helped me do that video and everything. We submitted the video. They loved the video, and then I got the privilege pass. Okay. So I got the privilege. I was like, dude, I have a privilege pass. क्यों waste करना, right? चलो जाते हैं ना, पुणे तो जाना है. So I went Pune. पुणे जाने के बाद I didn't have to wait for in line. But then again, वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि वहाँ पे these guys जो लोग line पे खड़े थे ना, you won't believe it was chilled cold out there. Because Roadies auditions winters में होते थे तब. November में हुआ था हमारा audition. Chilled cold Pune and all these guys कंबल रास्ते पे सो रहे हैं. खाना रास्ते में बना रहे हैं यार. A lot of people were there. And then I was like, I'm the luckiest bee out here. I'm the luckiest one. कि privilege pass मिल गया है. बस अभी सो जाओ घर पे जाके, होटल में जाके सो जाओ and just next day just go through that line. Nobody's going to stop you. So privilege next day, क्या हुआ? Next day, Khushbu called me. All the privilege pass guys come here in the front of the line. So we went there, गए direct GD room. So they gave us this form. तो फॉर्म फिलअप में यू नो फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट कि द फॉर्म नेवर टेक इट लाइटली बिकॉज फॉर्म वो जो फॉर्म में जो क्वेश्चंस है ना वो रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं आपको you represent that because whatever because a lot of people they to take attention to grab the attention they write all this BS out there all the bullshit they want to like you know जो भी दिमाग में टट्टी भरा है ना उधर उतार देते हैं कंप्लीट टट्टी to get the attention उनको लगता है कि अगर टट्टी भरेंगे तो PI तक तो पहुंच ही जाएंगे कि PI तक पहुंच गए तो नेशनल मीडिया पहुंच गए तो क्रैक कर भी सकते हैं नहीं भी कर सकते लोगों को वो चाहिए बट देन अगेन never be a different person there because that's what they want you they want real you they want the character in you because ऐसा नहीं कि because रोडीज का कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं है कि आपको ऐसा बनना है आप अगर ऐसा रूप धारण करोगे तो ही जा पाओगे no because they want characters if you see all these auditions and all this season if you see each and every individual all these individuals have got different character some are good at brains some are good at politics some are good at bol bachan some are good at strategizing the things some are physically strong all they have got different characters it's a mixture of characters okay so always be you because you know the person you are nobody can copy you right I can't copy you neither you can copy me so we are both different individual and we have got our own characters always support that always do that or take your character forward be yourself and secondly form ka to ye baat hai ki never take it lightly because you whatever you are that is the form that's going to represent you okay that you're going to introduce yourself through that form that those all these judges moderators they don't know you they know the form okay so they'll check the form and wahan pe un log nikalenge खामियां या पॉजिटिव साइड they'll bring it out there and उसमें क्या होता है कि there are a lot of tricky questions out there you have to be very careful there are a lot of tricky questions out there one of the tricky question I had कि एक ने पूछा there was this question कि what is more important to you love or money there was one question I directly wrote money why because उसके पहले वाले पेज में एक और क्वेश्चन था that question was that would you like to have sex with a female or a male for money in the sense like for $1 billion of money $1 billion or something like that the figure was there and I was like yeah $1 billion I already wrote yes there and you can't erase that part वापस जब देखा कि यहाँ पे तो love or money that's a moral question comes down to a character कि ठीक है ना अगर आपने अगर वहाँ पे लव लिख दिया सब मैक्सिमम लोग लव लिखते हैं कि यार नहीं लव करेंगे लव है तो सब कुछ है ठीक है ना एंड वो पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में बहुत ने अगर मनी लिख दिया तो दिल यू आर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टिंग योर सेल्फ बिकॉज पहले आपने मनी के लिए यू सेड यू विल हैव सेक्स विद एनी जेंडर या दैट्स द हिपोक्रेसी आई थिंक दे कम्स अप बट यहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हो आपको प्यार चाहिए अब उसे पकड़ लेंगे तो ठीक है एंड आई एनालाइज दैट पार्ट बिकॉज यू गेट वेरी लेस टाइम टू यू नो डू योर थिंगी गेट वेरी लेस टाइम टू कंप्लीट योर फॉर्म वहाँ पे फिर पता चला कि नहीं यार जल्दी जल्दी लिखना है तो आई जस्ट सेड कि नहीं मेरे को मनी चाहिए आई टुक दैट सब्जेक्ट आउट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन मनी लिख दिया एंड देन दे डिड व्हेन द फॉर्म वेंट अप टू द मॉडरेटर्स दे वर लाइक अच्छा तू बड़ा दिमाग वाला बंदा है ऐसा मतलब ये पकड़ लिया तू मैं मतलब कि सर पकड़ लेते क्या हुआ इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है यू डोंट हैव टू बी एन आइंस्टाइन टू कैच टेक अ ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन आउट देयर हाँ तो वो पता चल गया तो दैट यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल tricky question में like वहाँ पे what they do is that they play this mind game out there the moderators what they do is that जल्दी लिख निकाल दो पेज actually they give you 5 minutes time 5 to 10 minutes and completing 20 questions in 5 to 10 minutes is not easy right because you have to write the sentence because there's no objective it's a subjective questions so you have to understand a tricky question like I've already explained you the tricky part right so क्या होता है ना कि when you go to the auditions our round was that we had our first GD so when we had our first GD there we were 25 guys in one room so during that moment the hot topic was Trump's election and demonetization that was the hot topic during those days and I did my homework so I learned all I read everything I saw news and everything about Trump's election what's going on what's happening I went through this demonetization all the fake news that there is a chip in 2000 rupee note and all these things all this you know everything I studied my part so I was well prepared because from the previous episodes I saw they throw questions on current events and everything so I was prepared on my part so when I was there, they actually asked the demonetization question. कि demonetization में क्या हुआ, क्यों हुआ, कितना black money आया, कितना नहीं आया, किसने किया, क्यों किया, GST क्या है. So they were asking all this question, and then group discussion में क्या हो रहा था? Group discussion that wasn't a group discussion actually. That was चिल्लम चिल्ली. कौन कितना voice raise कर सकता है, कौन कितने गालियाँ दे सकते हैं. That became a completely it was hell. Okay, it was a complete chaos. There was nothing like a discussion. It was like that guy, one guy stands up, he shouts, and it was complete chaos. So the moderators, they thought कि यार किसी का बात नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, एक के ऊपर एक चिल्ला रहे हैं, तो they stopped it. Stop करने के बाद उन्होंने बोला कि they've already got a form. तो उसने बोला कि listen, अभी कोई बोलेगा नहीं, अभी individually मैं पूछूंगा. बोला ओके. तो इंडिविजुअली दे स्टार्टेड आस्किंग कि हाँ तू क्या करते बता, दिस एंड दैट. तो व्हेन इट केम टू माय पार्ट एंड दे वर लाइक कि अच्छा यू आर अ MMA आर्टिस्ट. ओके, MMA तो मार्शल आर्ट करते हैं. बोला हाँ सर करता हूँ. चल 2 किक मार. मुझसे कौन से, कोई भी तेरे फेवरेट मार. सो आई डिड 360, आई गेव अ टर्निंग किक, एंड देन उसके बाद उन्होंने बोला कि तेरे को फ्लाइंग साइड किक आता है क्या. बोला सर आता है ना, मार के बता. आई गेव द किक, वाज गुड, एंड देन दे वर लाइक कि अच्छा ठीक है बैठ जा. सो आई वाज बिट नर्वस. हम लोग यार हो गया. आई थिंक देन आई थॉट कि यार क्लियर नहीं हो पाया. सो दे वर कि जब सबका ख़त्म हो गया तो उसे बोले अब तुम लोग जाओ. तो आई स्टूड अप एंड लाइक कि सर मेरा भी हो गया, तेरे को और कुछ बोलने का है. बोला सर नहीं बोलने का है. तो निकलना बाहर. बोला ओके फाइन. तो एंड देन दे टोल्ड अस कि अगर कोई भी सिलेक्ट हो जाता है तो रात को 8 बजे से पहले फ़ोन आ जाएगा. आपको फ़ोन आ जाएगा कि GD2 के लिए आपको अटेंड करना है, तो आपको हो जाएगा. तो हम लोग ओके फाइन. तो वी मेड फ्रेंड्स देयर ऑफ कोर्स. तो 4-5 फ्रेंड्स बने. तो एंड नन ऑफ देम गॉट सिलेक्टेड. तो 4-5 फ्रेंड्स बनने के बाद दे वर लाइक कि भाई चल लेट्स गो एंड एन्जॉय. पुणे में है तो इट्स अ प्लेस ऑफ clubs and everything, so let's go and enjoy. So we went there for dinner and all. So we were enjoying, and 8 बजे तक everybody was staring at their phone कि कब फ़ोन आएगा. and everybody was like, we had this pact कि जिसका फ़ोन पहले बजेगा, जो भी सिलेक्ट हुआ पूरा बिल वो पेमेंट करेगा एज अ ट्रीट. ओके, और अगर नहीं आया तो सब लोग कंटी करके कर लेंगे. बोले ओके फाइन. तो वेट कर रहे 8 बज गए, 9 बज गए, 10 बज गए, 10:30 बज गए, 11 बज गए. मैं बोले यार छोड़, नहीं आना फ़ोन, किसी का नहीं आ रहा. लेट्स डू वन थिंग. अब आए गए, सिलेक्ट नहीं हुए, सबको पता है, चलो एन्जॉय करते हैं. सो वी एन्जॉय टिल लाइक 2 मतलब 1:30 तक एन्जॉय किए. फिर हमने बोला चल रूम पे चलते हैं, बिकॉज आई गॉट दिस सर्विस अपार्टमेंट देयर. तो सर्विस अपार्टमेंट मैंने हायर किया था सर्विस अपार्टमेंट. तो दिस नॉट होटल थिंग, इज लाइक अ सर्विस अपार्टमेंट. आपको अपना खाना खुद बनाओ, जो वट एवर इट इज़. तो देयर वर इट वाज अ 2 BHK हॉल, लाइक फ्लैट. तो वी वर 4 guys. तो उन्होंने बोला कि डू वन थिंग, लेट्स यू गाइस जस्ट क्रैश एट माई प्लेस, कोई इशू नहीं है. तो दिस गाइस केम डाउन टू माई प्लेस. एंड सर्विस अपार्टमेंट है तो आप कुछ भी बकरी करो, किसी को फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. तो वी वर देयर एंड देन सब लोग एन्जॉय करके आए. तो सो एवरीबडी इज टायर्ड. वी वेंट ऑन टू स्लीप. एंड एट .205 में आई गॉट अ कॉल कि डूड यू आर सेलेक्टेड, डू वन थिंग, 6 o'clock you have to reach in this particular location. And that location from my service apartment, that location was somewhere around 38 kilometers. Because वो क्या हुआ था कि पुणे में हम लोग का जो पहला ऑडिशन हुआ था, GD जो हुआ था, that was एकदम आउटस्कर्ट्स में. ठीक है, हिंजीवाड़ी नाम है उस जगह का. तो हिंजीवाड़ी में था. तो इट वॉज कम्प्लीटली आउटस्कर्ट्स. तो आउटस्कर्ट्स से वहाँ से यू हैव टू गो टू द सिटी इनसाइड. तो इट वॉज समवेयर अराउंड 32 to 38 किलोमीटर्स के बीच में था. एंड 6 o'clock I have to report there. It was already 2 o'clock. I didn't get थोड़ा सा भी sleep नहीं मिला. Not even like a minute or so. My friend told me that do one thing. सो जा 2 घंटे में जगा देगा. मैं बोला ठीक है. I slept off, but obviously I didn't trust him. So मैंने अलार्म लगा के रखा था. ठीक है. Obviously I didn't trust him. You can't trust, right? तो सो गया. And this guy, well, obviously he was high. And this guy, he was sleeping. He didn't wake me. He didn't woke up. He was sleeping. And alarm बजा 4 बजे. I ran. रास्ते में कुछ नहीं मिला. And although I had to hire a private car and then I had to go. पहुँचा. I reported there 6:15. Luckily कोई कुछ नहीं बोला. ठीक है. And GD2 के लिए फिर से फॉर्म आते हैं. When you go to the GD1, you see 1 or 2 moderators sitting and there are 25 guys, right? GD2 में there are 2 of you और 3 of you, मेरे टाइम में 2 थे, and there are 5 to 6 moderators, one line, and they keep on throwing this question like, you know, you are sitting in some IAS exam or something like that, like questions फेंक रहे, questions. हाँ, they try to, you know, they try to like confuse your brain कि अगर ऐसे प्रेशर में तो कैसा रिएक्ट करते हैं, they want to check that part. तो कंफ्यूज मतलब बोल रहे कुछ नहीं है, लाइक कि मैं बोल रहा हूँ ठीक है. तो हम लोग दोनों बैठे हैं ना इधर, 5 मॉडरेटर बैठे, क्वेश्चन पूछते जो पहले आंसर दे. आई वॉज आंसरिंग एंड मेरे सामने जो थी वो एक लेडी थी, शी वॉज वेरी मतलब यू नो इंट्रोवर्ट सॉर्ट ऑफ पर्सन, तो बट शी हैड ब्रेन्स. तो वो भी आंसर कर रही है, नहीं आंसर उसका, मेरे को बोलता है कि यार तू उसको बोलने देना पहले. मैं बोला सर आपने बोला जो पहले आंसर देगा, मैं क्यों अपना चांस गवाऊँ, अगर ये टास्क होता तो मेरे को आंसर देना होता ना, तभी मैं जीतता. तो बोला नहीं तो बोल. तो आप बोलते देन देते कि ओके फाइन. तो फिर आप लोग जाओ, बाहर वेट कर रहे हैं. एंड देन वी वर 60 पीपल है, वहाँ से 14 लोगों को सिलेक्ट किया गया था. 14 ऑफ अस सिलेक्टेड फॉर द PI राउंड. ओके 14 में क्या हुआ था कि दे कॉल्ड आउट एवरीबडीज नेम एक्सेप्ट माइन. इनिशियली फर्स्ट जब बोल रहे थे कि ना आप सिलेक्ट हो गए, आप रेस्ट ऑफ यू कैन गो. तो रेस्ट ऑफ यू गो बोलते तो मेरा तो नाम आया नहीं था, एंड दिस गाय वेंट अप. फिर भागते अच्छा देयर इज़ वन मोर नेम, समर सरकार, बोलो थैंक गॉड. तो आई वाज देयर. तो फिर मेरा ऑडिशन रात को अराउंड 2:30 AM को हुआ. माई ऑडिशन वाज 2:30 AM को, एंड वी वर लाइक कम्प्लीटली सिक टायर्ड, खाने को कुछ नहीं है. PI राउंड, द फाइनल PI राउंड. PI राउंड में पहुँचे एंड एवरीबडी नोज, वहाँ पे सब लोग आप लोगों ने देखा ही है क्या हुआ. सो दैट वाज द पार्ट. You know, it was a nervous journey. It was excitement था audition में throughout the process, and all these big names that you hear right now, Shiv Thakre, Mandeep, Priyank, you know, Basir came from Hyderabad. Shiv, Samyukta, Samar, and Mandeep side, I guess, yeah. We all 4 were in the Pune round. पुणे से हम लोग सिलेक्ट हुए थे. वी वेर लाइक 4 guys, या 4 of us got selected from पुणे राउंड. लेकिन वहाँ से फिर आपका वो भी होता है, देन देयर इज वन मोर फाइनल राउंड कॉल्ड द कलिंग राउंड. तो कलिंग राउंड में व्हाट दे डू इज़ दैट कि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज यू आर जज, ओके, सपोज यू आर अ गैंग लीडर. सो आप क्या करते हो, यू कैन टेक मैक्सिमम 5 people in your gang, right? So what they do is that they choose an extra person, 1 or 2 extra people they choose. इन केस अगर ये बंदा नहीं आ पाया तो फैमिली प्रेशर, घर पे कुछ हो गया, सो दे टेक द सब्सटीट्यूट्स. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि मैक्सिमम लोग तो आते ही हैं, तो उसके लिए कलिंग राउंड रख दिया. फिर कलिंग राउंड में उन लोग देखते हैं कि कौन अच्छे से, बिकॉज यू गेट 1 month आफ्टर द PI राउंड, यू गेट 1 month फॉर द कलिंग, टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द कलिंग राउंड. कलिंग राउंड में यू हैव टू शो योर स्किल्स, एंड आपने PI राउंड में जो आप में खामियाँ थी आपने कैसे उसको सुधारा, एवरीबडी दे चेक इट. वो चेक करने के बाद जिनको लेना वो लेते हैं, बाकी जो 2 एक्स्ट्रा 1 या 2 लेते हैं उनको निकाल देते हैं वहाँ से. एंड देन दैट इज़ द फाइनल टीम दैट यू नो दैट फॉर्म्स. देन उसके बाद वो फाइनल टीम फिर जर्नी में जाते हैं. सो दैट वाज हेल लॉट ऑफ, लेकिन थ्रू आउट 2 to 3 months इट वाज लाइक अ हेडेक सॉर्ट ऑफ कि यार मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, इतने पास आके आपको नहीं मिला तो यू नो दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग.
So finally after that you became a roadie. And that time, what was your feeling when you actually went for roadies journey and you became a roadie?
So, thank you for that question. Basically, I've never thought it through. But then again, when you're on the journey, when in the first day of the journey, you're already a roadie. You have the tag now. Okay. No one can take that from you. You have the tag that first day of the journey, you sat in that car, you drove with your gang leader, you know, and all your gang members. You know, that journey nobody can take it back from you. And that feeling is like, you know, can't explain in words, because throughout, you know, it's like cracking some big UPSC exam sort of thing, because so many people throughout India, like, you know, so many people, they give the auditions and you are one, like, you know, top 5 there, right? They're sitting there. So it's a different feeling altogether. I can't explain in words. Words are not, like, you know, it's short now.
And in fact, in the roadies, you were at Ranvijay sir's team,
Yeah.
and he is one of my favorite leader, and he idolized me a lot. So, what was your thought when you were selected at Ranvijay sir's team?
So you've seen the PI round, right? Three judges, they pressed the buzzer for me, three of them. And when you talk about roadies, you directly in your subconscious mind associate a name, Ranvijay Sinha. You know, Ranvijay, without Ranvijay, there's no roadies. Without roadie, Ranvijay nahi hai. So that brand thing is created. रोडीज़ के साथ रणविजय का नाम लगता है. सही बात. तो वो बचपन से जब से रोडीज़ देखते आ रहे हैं, जब से फील करते आ रहे हैं कि दिमाग में बैक ऑफ द हेड है कि रणविजय रघु एंड राजीव एंड रणविजय. रघु राजीव निकल गए, बाकी लोगों तो कोई जानता भी नहीं, वैसा सीन हो गया था. रणविजय में ही जाना है क्योंकि ही इज़ द बिकॉज रोडीज़ इज हिज ब्रेन चाइल्ड एंड ही इज़ लाइक ही नर्चर्ड रोडीज़ एंड देन फिर उसका क्या है कि एवरीबडी नोज कि ही हैज़ गॉट ब्रेन्स एंड ही कैन टेक यू देयर एक्चुअली. Right, he can take you to that level. And जब रणविजय ने मेरे लिए बजर बजाया and I was like hoping कि बाकी लोग बजाओ मत बजाओ, I was like keeping my fingers crossed पीछे, बाकी बजाओ ना बजाओ ये बजा दे बस, रणविजय बजा दे निकल लेंगे अपन. तो he pressed the buzzer and I was like, then उनका competition होता है कि you know they are trying to convince me कि तू मेरे गैंग में आ, मैं तेरे को इधर लेना. I was not even listening to Prince, I was not listening to करण कुंद्रा, ठीक है, I was not listening to हरभजन. इवन नेहा बाद में वो सीन काट दिया. इवन नेहा प्रेस द बजर, वो लेटर ऑन नेहा बजर प्रेस किया बिकॉज आई डायरेक्टली आस्क्ड नेहा सर मैम सबने किया आपने नहीं किया, अब ये लेते लिए बजा दिया मैं, तो मेरे गैंग में आएगा. लेकिन सर मैं बजा दो, अच्छा लगता है, बजा दिया. तो देन नेहा ऑल्सो कन्विंस में, तो नहीं किया. आई वाज नॉट इवन लिसनिंग टू एनीबॉडी. आई वाज लाइक कि यार कब ये इन लोग का पिकिंग थिंग कंप्लीट होगा तो मैं बोलूँ भाई हमको यहाँ जाना है, आई नीड द डॉग टैग. सो उसके बाद लास्ट में बोले कि आई नीड द डॉग टैग. तो वो आने के बाद you know once I got that dog tag and बाहर आने के बाद you know I was like just sitting in that not even a chair, it was like you know बाहर जाओगे तो कल्वर्ट नहीं होता जब फुटपाथ. I sat there in the footpath, I made few calls and उसके बाद तो फिर you know I was like I couldn't believe that part कि यार हो गया है and I have the dog tag in my hand. Couldn't believe that part. So it was like a journey. It's like amazing with being supported by Ranvijay, and if you go through the entire season, you'll see how Ranvijay supported us. How he like you know he gave those ideas. Without him, we won't have been like you know we became the winning gang or the leading gang. Sort of we became the Rajas twice. You know we were dominating the entire game. That happened.
So in that like episode, you had Priyank Sharma, Samyukta Hegde, and many more contestants. So who was your best friend or member in that season?
Okay. So obviously when you when you go to the roadies season, तो उसमें क्या होता है कि your gang is your family. Even though Priyank is an amazing guy, Mandeep is an amazing guy, Varun Verma is an amazing guy. He was Mr. India, pretending Mr. India का वो participant था. They were like all amazing guys. As a person, out of the shoot, they were very amazing. But the problem is that कि you create that bonding with your own gang members. So Shiv was my favorite friend there, and he was my best friend there. Shiv Thakre. He won the Big Boss Marathi season last year. Okay, he's my best friend. So he supported me throughout. Shiv and Aggie, like you know, we were die-hard friends. Still we are like so close. Everybody, all of us, we have a WhatsApp group. We talk every day. All of us are like you know throughout.
It was nice. And so like. And what was your best moment in those seasons?
Okay. So our first task as a gang, we did a task and we won the task. Task जीतने के बाद when we went to our location, मतलब when we went to our camp, we became the ruling gang. The first location we became the ruling gang. It was Jhansi. Yeah, we became the ruling gang in Jhansi. The first बनने के बाद फिर क्या हुआ कि वी वेंट टू द बिकॉज वहाँ पे क्या था कि इफ़ यू सीन द सीजन, वहाँ पे एक राजा लोग का एक गैंग होता था, मतलब एक टेंट था. The ruling gang would sit there, and you have all those amenities, all those support styles, and everything out there. You have got mirrors, you got attached bathrooms, and we want that because बाकी लोग क्या करते थे बाहर common bathroom था, but for us it was like a private one. It's like a can't explain that. It was different out there. So बनने के बाद we got the first thing is that we got the tent. We know that because that was the reward they told us before कि आपको ये भी reward मिलेगा, and you'll have special powers also. तो वहाँ जाने के बाद we got, it was a complete surprise. There were all these Roadies jackets out there. ठीक है, Roadies jackets. You can't buy Roadies jackets. Roadies jackets, you earn it, and that दो Roadies jacket एक ही बनता था. You won't find it in any online store. ठीक है, and वो jacket मुझे हम लोग को मिला था. All of us. All the gang members, five jackets, and I got the most dapper jacket out there. ठीक है, सबसे stylish वाला. I got that. So that was the best moment throughout, the black one.
Okay, nice. So like after you went to Roadies, like the winner of that season was Shweta. Yeah, and you were happy, like she deserved that, right?
Of course. We were happy because she was from our alliance. She was from Neha's gang, so we supported. We became Neha Dhupia's gang and Ranvijay's gang. We were all together in alliance. So. I fought for them. I was hurt. My hand was like completely gone. It was like because it was all pumped up and all. There was a lot of issues. So.
Then by this, I should ask a question that what was your struggle? How you went through it, like in Roadies, or in life? What was your struggling part or time?
First of all, I wouldn't use the word struggle. I would suggest nobody should use the word struggle because struggle is a negative word. When you think of the struggle word, you already imagine a picture or you portray a picture in your head that he has gone through ups and downs and everything, right? You have a sense of pity or you sympathize with that person. I won't use that word struggle because I would use that word. I would use a better word, which I would say it was a learning phase for me. Nice. There's nothing called struggle actually.
We learn through our struggles.
And people use that word struggle to get that sympathy.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I went a lot of places. I tried a lot of stuffs. In some of them I failed, in some of them I succeeded. That was my learning curve. That was my curve. Yeah. And that what made me who I am. And that attitude that I carry right now, that attitude I've earned that attitude through that learning phase. If you don't have any ups and downs in your life, you are a dead person.
Totally.
Even in ECG, you have seen the ECG report? Have you ever seen the ECG report?
No.
The ups and downs, ping, ping, ping. Even a straight line means that you are dead.
Heartbeat.
The heartbeat things like there's an ups and downs, that means you're alive. The simple term, even your heart explains you throughout your life, then you should have ups and downs.
True.
That's a learning phase, bro. Just enjoy the journey. Destination is important. I trust, I always believe that destination is important, that you have a destination, you want to reach there. But then again, once you reach the destination, you're not done there. Then you create a different destination, create a different goal, that I want to reach that goal. Mumbai के भाषा में हम लोग उसे नाकी कहते हैं. The क्या word नाकी? What do you use that word? The नाकी को क्या कहते हैं? The traffic points. एक traffic point के बाद दूसरा traffic point. नाके ही नाके आते रहेंगे, है ना? तो वो नाके है. These are all नाके. लेकिन एक जगह पहुंच गए आप, फिर उसके बाद दूसरी जगह. आप वो जगह को imagine करते हो ना, तो आप सिर्फ जब आप कोई जगह को imagine करते हो, आप सिर्फ जगह के लिए बारे में सोचते हो. A lot of people, वो उनका जो पार्ट है ना, वही लोग उसे स्ट्रगल वर्ड देते हैं कि यार मुझे उस पॉइंट पे पहुंचना है, तो जल्दी पहुंचना, उसे वो लोग स्ट्रगल कहते हैं. बट व्हाट दे डू इज दैट दे फॉरगेट कि आप इतने ब्यूटीफुल सीनिक ब्यूटी को आप मिस करके जा रहे हो. द जर्नी इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. Journey teaches you a lot of things. You should have patience, you should have everything. Just enjoy the journey, yaar. Kya hai? Just live it. That's it. I hope that because there is no competition. I don't have a competition with you. Neither do you have a competition with me. You have got your own life. I've got my own life. I just hope that everybody someday at one point of time we all make it to that level where we all want to go.
Yeah.
That's my message. I love that.
Then a lot of youngsters are confused, or they always ask that how shall we go to the roadies, how our personality should be there, what should we do to go for it, how should we make ourselves. So what will you give as a tip to them?
See, I'm nobody to give a tip, first of all. So, as I was saying, there are no tips, first of all. You just have to be you. Before, I would suggest whoever is watching this, जो जाना चाहते roadies में, I would suggest one thing कि if you're seriously planning on going and trying on roadies, first you need to know yourself. Know yourself better. Because there will be people, there are judges out there, there are people who is going to question your nature, who is going to put you in a trouble, in a situation. They create a situation for you where you'll be like, अरे यार, I don't know what to do now. Once you come down to that level that you don't know what to do now and you don't know how to react to that, you're done. They'll say you don't know yourself. First, I would suggest you know yourself. Then you'll be, because you are a better representation of yourself. Nobody can represent you better. So you represent yourself. First of all, you know yourself, who you are. And when you go to that level, when you go to GD, GD1, GD2, PI, whatever, when you go to that level, you have to be you. Right? Just be you. That's it. That's the only thing. That's a golden rule. Just be you. That's it. Be yourself.
True. So you have got a lot of fame, you got everything, success and all. You hope you get a lot more. And throughout all this, who was your motivation? What motivated you? Who motivated you?
Actually, motivation in the sense like I always wanted to be a person who can help people. Because I always believed one thing in my life is that the more you give is the more you get. Okay, so keep your palms open, just help people. So if my knowledge or if my skills or whatever people whatever by which side of my thingy people get influenced, if I can influence one life in my life, I think I had a successful life then. So I want to be an influencer. I want people to come up and help them. Jitna ho sake, just help. Because at the end of the day, when you are dead, people won't see how much amount of what is your bank balance or something like that. They'll come and pay you their respect, and you need to earn respect in your life. Nothing else matters. Roadies is all about respect.
Earning respect.
Complete earning respect. It's respect. Give respect. Get respect. Live your life respectively. It's just not the game. It taught us a lot of things, all of us. Discipline. You have to respect each other, respect each other's opinion. Know that this is a democracy and you have to respect everybody's speech, everybody's expression. So that thing Roadies taught us to be tough at times. And when it comes to saving your own members, saving your own family, you go to any extent. That's what Roadies teaches you, unity.
And as you are a fitness freak, you are an MMA fighter, you own black belt in taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. So what's your advice for all the boys and girls in short?
So, look, simple thing. You guys are studying, you guys are reading news. You see it every day in television, like whatever is happening. Slowly and steadily, our India is becoming a rape country. I'm ashamed to say that, but then again, globally that's the name that we are getting right now, right? So it's a fact. We have this rape culture thingy out here, but then again, to stop that, I see a lot of people coming out on streets that don't tell your daughters what not to wear, teach your son to behave on the street. It's not about that. Ultimately, you have to understand one thing, that you are a human being. You might fall in any sort of trouble, irrespective of gender. Even guys get raped, right? Irrespective of gender, you might fall in any trouble. If you're a human being, if you can walk, if you can talk, and if you can feel emotions, if you're a human being, you need to fight for your own survival. The survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You have to fight for your own survival. Simple as that. Whoever you are,
Actual fitness.
learn martial art.
Girls or boys.
Girls, irrespective of gender, like it has got nothing to do with that. And girls, you think that you guys are weak? No, not at all. You guys are the most strongest thing here on the planet. Yeah. So you guys are very strong. Stop underestimating yourself. You guys are very strong. You can easily take on 3 to 4 guys at a time. You can easily go that level. So fight for your own survival. Don't depend on anybody. Don't depend on your husband. Don't depend on your boyfriends or your friends. If you want to live, because when it comes to trouble, when it comes to जिंदगी जीना और मौत के बीच में जब आ जाता है ना, तो लोग भागते हैं. लोग अपनी जान पहले बचाते हैं. वो कहावत है ना फ्लाइट में कि हवा का दबाव कम होने से कुर्सी की पेटी पहले खुद बांधिए फिर दूसरों की सहायता कीजिए. So that's the thing. So you need to learn your own thingy. You have to fight for your own survival. That's it. Just go out and learn whatever you want. Just fight.
Okay. It was great. So at last I will be playing a one word game with you. Okay?
Yeah.
So I will give you one word. In that you can say anything in just one word.
Whatever comes in my mind.
Yeah. Just like rapid fire.
Like
So-
do I have a seconds thingy? Like how many seconds do I have?
No. It's your wish, but fast.
It's my wish, but fast. Huh?
Okay, so let's start.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So first is life.
Help.
Roadies.
Life. Completely journey.
Family.
Heartbeat.
Friends.
Oxygen.
Single or mingle.
Mingle.
Relationship.
Trying out new.
It was late. Wait. Though. Future.
What was the word?
Future.
Future. Future. Bright. It's bright.
Assam.
Homeland.
Fans and followers.
My brothers and sisters.
And goals.
Keep on getting new ones.
Me.
Best friend.
Great compliment for today. I made it finally. So it was great talking to you, and we all are glad having you, and I am especially very happy. It made my lockdown great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Hope everyone will love it. And
Do like and share.
yes, do like.